In this video, we're going to use a USB key that we prepared earlier to install Windows 10 on a fresh, clean hard drive. Now, before we begin the installation with our USB key, first thing I'm going to do is pull out all the hard drives that I don't want Windows installed to. I'm going to make sure there's only one hard drive in there, which there's nothing in these. So we only have one SSD plugged in. So that way, whenever we install Windows, all the files will be installed to that one, and there won't be any possibility that Windows could throw any other files on any other drive. All right, so the unit is powered off. Go ahead and plug in your USB key that you prepared with your Windows installer, Windows 10 installation media on it, and go ahead and power on your computer. Now, if it doesn't boot to this, you may need to go into your BIOS and choose that option. Make sure it will boot from a USB flash drive. We already have that option checked. We'll go ahead and turn on the unit here. Now, depending on your computer, you might need to hit a key to boot from your USB drive. Ours went ahead and picked it up because we have that option checked in our BIOS, and I can't tell you exactly how to do that, but usually you'll hit escape or delete, hit into your BIOS, and just make sure that you have the boot option checked for your USB. So we'll just wait a couple seconds here. Okay, and now we'll just go through our options here. I'm just using my tab key here on the keyboard. You should be able to use your mouse as well. Highlight next, press enter. We want to install now is what we want to do. So we'll make sure that's selected. And now you can activate Windows. If you already have Windows installed or have had Windows installed on the PC you're installing this on, Windows 10 installed, then you don't have to enter a product key at all. Okay. You can just click I don't have a product key, or you can go ahead and enter it now, or you can always enter it later on as well. And since I have a product key, I have already entered it. Now click next. If you don't have a product key, just hit I don't have a product key. And then we'll go through here and we'll accept the license terms. And now we have some options. What type of installation do we want? We can't do upgrade on this computer because we already have, or because we have a blank hard drive. Okay. So if you already have Windows, you might want to do the upgrade. I always like to do the custom install personally, even if I already have, other things installed. So this is the drive, only one drive installed. It's an SSD drive. This will work just fine. If you want, you can always format it to completely erase it, but there's nothing on this drive. It's a fresh drive. So we'll go ahead and click next here. We don't really need to do anything else because Windows will do this all for us. And there we go. So now we just have to wait while it's copying those files from our USB flash drive onto our hard drive and installing Windows for us right from that download that we did in a previous video using that media creation tool. All right, and that is pretty much it. Now we have to go ahead and go through the setup of Windows 10 here. It does not take long at all whenever you're using an SSD. Now your computer will restart a couple times. Sometimes on some computers, whenever it restarts, it will go back through and boot into that USB drive again. If that happens to you, just close out of that, just go through that advanced and turn off your PC, pull that USB drive out, and then restart and boot into Windows here. But for us, no problems. We'll go through this here and just go through some options real quick. And right now we're not connected to the internet. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. I just want to get to one point here. You can do the rest of this here yourself. So who is going to use this PC? If you were connected to the internet and you wanted to log in to your Windows account or your Microsoft account, I would suggest that you create a local account first. And the reason is because at least in the past, I can't tell you if they're still doing this, if you logged in with your Microsoft account, it would give you a really weird username. So I always suggest creating a local account first, so that way you can have the username that you want for the computer for your documents folder and whatnot. And once you get into Windows, you can always log into it then. But this way you have exactly the name that you want. So I'll go ahead and give it a name here and I'll finish this up. After creating a name and clicking next, you'll come to this page that says create a password. Believe it or not, you actually don't have to enter a password. You can always do this later on. I'm not going to create a password right now. We'll just click next. That's just a tip there. So now we can go through all of this. I'm going to go ahead and finish setting everything up, and then we'll show you that it does work. And there we are. We have Windows 10 installed from our USB flash drive with that media that we created with that Windows 10 media creation tool. Pretty quick and easy. to do there. Easy way to install Windows 10, and pay no mind to the cropping there on this monitor. We don't have the drivers installed for the video card right now. And of course, after you have everything installed, power down your computer and you can reinstall any hard drives you may have removed. So right now I need to go connect to the internet, but you don't need to see that part. But that is how you can use a USB flash drive to install or upgrade Windows 10.